Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the F&O Show with Bereez. Uh, it was a very interesting day in Nifty because, as you can see on the screen, Nifty opened somewhat flattish around 18,400 levels, but it continued falling all the way down to 18,350, where it took support for the first time for the day. Then it again rallied all the way to 18,440. It corrected a little to 400, again a rally to 400, 30, 40, again a correction to 350, and finally a close near 18,400. So, though on a daily chart, this candle will look like Nifty was flattish, uh, yeah, as you can see, it has made a doji type candle, that very small body, but the movement intraday was quite large. And interesting thing, despite most of the day dominated by upward movement, India VIX rose today by 3 odd percentage. At one point, it was 4.5% up, but it closed the day near 15.1 is the current level. So 15 we can consider. Looks like VIX is rising again. So intraday premium decay is less, especially if it's not a expiry day. So today, for example, all the way till about 1 in the afternoon, Nifty premiums kept on rising. Right? The position that I had taken, interestingly enough, the hedges on that position were in deep profit. When that is not supposed to happen. The main option sales are supposed to be in profit. I started off my day with 18,100 put shorted and 18,600 call shorted. But in the successive down move, I rolled my call, or rather, I sold additional calls at 18,550. And now, in hindsight, it looks like that was the mistake because in the successive up moves, that call blew up by more than 2x. I had sold it at around 8.5 rupees. It blew up all the way to 22, 23. That is where I had to take stop loss because VIX was rising. So I wasn't sure of the kind of decay that would happen today. So around, if I'm not wrong, around to 11 o'clock, I closed my positions. Now, in hindsight, it looks like I could have held them on till the end of the day and I would have made some 0.3% ROI. But this is all trading in the rear view mirror. That doesn't count. At the end of the day, protecting your capital and managing risk on a day by day basis is very, very important. So once I had reached my risk appetite for the day, I closed my position. 18,350 level, Kshitij, we had mentioned in our
Yes,
yesterday's F&O
yes,
show, in yesterday's after our show as well. 18,350 level got tested twice today.
yeah.
So
Two simple
even those
trades.
trades work. Yeah, yeah. And sometimes it helps to look at charts in a really long time frame. So all
Yes.
these levels we had brought from 7, 8 months back on weekly time frame. So for traders who, yeah, as you can see here, 10 months back, even a year back, the 18,600 level is more than a year old
Yeah.
today.
You should know how to
So
look at the left of your screen.
yeah,
How much ever you
that
can
is
zoom out.
yeah, yeah. It's always good to uh, know where the market can move, how the market can move, and should have plans for all. You need not execute all those plans, but as a trader, you should never be caught off guard. You should know what you will have to do, even if the market opens at lower circuit the next day. That is how your trade plan should be for any trader in whatever instrument one is trading. That is how it should be.
And then one can really see even a 10-month old level is giving you such accurate or sniper entries. So don't underestimate if you think that level is old. Markets have good memory, the best memory. So
Yeah,
remember this.
there was a time when market kept its memory for 10 years. For
Yeah.
10 years, the high of Sensex was not broken. So there are times like those as well. Always, you should always know the kind of regime the market is in. Right now, we are in up move, so naturally, all the supports or the previous resistance which have turned supports will be tested every once in a while in an up move.
Yeah.
And psychological round levels, of course. So 18,000, as you can see,
Yeah.
played support for 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
18,350 did not act as a very good resistance here. Right now we are above it. It acted as a really good support even on an intraday basis. It remains to be seen what the trades can be tomorrow. Shall we come back to the Nifty and tomorrow's plan? Shall we go to Bank Nifty first?
Yeah,
Because there were a few trades in your setup there as
yeah.
well.
So as yesterday I had mentioned, I will, for me, markets have become are buy on dips, and that is exactly what I got in the morning itself. This level was mentioned yesterday. It beautifully tested the level. Almost, you can say it's an exact entry or a sniper entry, or and it gave good up move. This was the only trade that really should have been I should have taken. But then I also found out while trading that this zone were acting, this hammer was giving support to the previous day high, and yeah, this was also a good entry for a long opportunity. Otherwise, it was a very volatile day. These two trades were the only trades. I also have updated on Telegram on a very live basis. So please do check out our Telegram channel, and also go subscribe the Telegram channel. It's free, guys. Yeah, that's it. That were the two trades I took today. That's it.
And
Yeah,
just as a life hack for traders, if you check nothing else on the charts for intraday trading, at least check previous days highs, lows, and previous days close.
yeah, and closing
These,
prices.
yeah, that's what. So high, low, and close. These three prices of previous day, if you check, those will act as
Yeah,
a levels of market movement more often than not. So even if you don't have much time, if you are trading from your phone or something like that, and you can't properly see the charts,
yeah.
just check the levels a day before. Those are they will give you money more often than not. That's just a quick life hack for our watchers here.
Yes, yes. As here also, if you would have marked the day high also, let's say when the market had reached this level, would have just marked the day high, would have waited and formed a reversal candle here. This was such a simple trade. Nothing can get more simpler than this. But yeah,
Yeah, and it
yeah, you should have an eye for this. Obviously, you should know that how
yeah
this weekend know that it's created the day high, so we'll mark it. For a lot of people, they won't still figure it out that it's formed a day higher. But yeah, if you keep things simple, it will form. The setups will come to you.
yeah, and it was a very easy 100-point move to capture
Yeah,
on the downside from 600 to
in fact, seeing this 5 minute candle again, as I've told you in the previous video also, these are when you have such wicks above previous resistance and they manage to close below. I call them as liquidity hunts or traps or false breakouts, right? And in such cases, a lot of buyers are trapped there. Okay, and now once it starts closing below these levels, they start running, right? So it's a cascading event, and this is what I've seen here now on a micro. Now, if you zoom in, this is a hunt here. This a lot of people must have went long seeing, oh, bank nifty has become bullish and it reversed. So I have a little bias. Still the major trend is bullish, but I have a little bias for tomorrow that we might get a dip, but I'm going to use that dip to again buy. So yeah, please don't go and short the market for now.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it from me,
So
Gandhar. Yeah,
yeah, so if we could go back to Nifty so that we can discuss tomorrow's trading plan.
yeah,
Tomorrow is the weekly expiry, last weekly expiry, if I'm not wrong, for the month of November. Yeah, this is the last weekly. Next expiry will be the monthly expiry. So tomorrow's plan, let's see. Now we have 18,350. We have already established that it's an important level.
yeah,
So if we open a little far from this level, let's say we open around 450 or something,
yeah,
then I will be pretty certain that this level will act as a support tomorrow as well.
yeah,
So leaving 50 points buffer, 18,300 put is something I have in mind. That will be the level of put I will be looking to short. Hopefully the
yeah,
premiums don't decay too much overnight. So 18,300 is roughly my put level. And on the upside, still I think 18,600 is the only level I see. I mean, there is no point in uh, uh, looking at very fine levels there.
yeah.
So so far 18,600 looks like an
I'm pretty
resistance.
sure it must be having highest liquidity over also there. So yeah,
Yeah. So liquidity won't be an issue. My problem is that unless we open gap up tomorrow, that 18,600 call will most likely open at around 3 rupees or 4 rupees. So that is not a really attractive premium to sell. So there is a good chance that I will have to come down to, I think, 18,550 or 18,500, depending upon where the market opens. If you open gap up, then nothing like it. 600, 650 call also can be sold. But uh, that's the plan basically. Wherever the market opens tomorrow at 9 hours and 7, that is 9 o'clock, and whenever the market open price is fixed,
Nine
9 hours and 7 minutes in the
nine
nine
seven eight.
seven 9 7 9 8. That is when the price is fixed.
Yeah,
That is when I will make my final decision, and I will create a basket of orders that needs to be punched. Punching 50 lots is not easy. NSE does not let you punch more than 36 lots at a time, and it becomes a pain. Sometimes only one lot goes through. So yeah, that's the execution part of it. But yeah, my plan, that's the plan. On a broader level, uh, I don't do much weekly, positional option selling in indices much. But if I was, 18,100 and 18,600 are the levels.
yeah,
I
good
would,
range.
yeah, yeah. So that those are the levels. If we were in high IV environment where premiums were a little more attractive, then I would have definitely considered positional selling, because then taking the overnight risk would have still made sense. We could have made limited loss strategies, and that then it would have been fine. But I was just checking the premiums are ultra low. The risk does not make sense at all. An update on the positional stock options. Now, this is of course risky, but Tata Steel call option I had sold, that trade is going well. Tata Steel is down by another rupee and a half today. So Tata Steel trades at 106.55. That is where it closed. So it looks like it has taken a resistance from that level marked in the,
Yeah,
yeah. So Tata Steel is down. So I'll be holding on to that trade for now. Another trade that I initiated today because I felt premiums were a little elevated. That was in L&T. So L&T, if you see, L&T is not a stock that gives very large directional moves. It moves, but it moves quite slowly, and that is what an option seller wants. So as you can see, it is in consolidation. Even if it moves, there is a support on downside. There is a resistance on upside. So it doesn't get any better than that for option selling. And though my options are very close to the money, I have sold 2000 put and 2020 call. So my options are very close to the money, but the premium I have received is pretty decent. So including the premium, my break even falls somewhere near 2040 on the upside and 1980 on the downside. So not 1980 actually, 1960 on the downside. So that is the range I'm trying. And of course, I think next week will be monthly expiry for the stock options as well. So that gives me around 8 days, 5 trading days. So I think I can capture almost all of the premium there. So that is another little high risk trade that I'm carrying. That is my positional book of the options. Any other trades that we missed? Any other setups that need to be
Kotak Bank,
covered?
Kotak Bank.
Kotak Bank, yes.
And also, we've got only 1 minute 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we will see how much we can squeeze in that.
Yeah,
So Kotak Bank short setup here. Though 1965, 1980 is the resistance top of the zone. 2000 calls are something I would be looking at selling if Kotak Bank does a breakout. So I will sell 2000 calls with a further out of the money call as a hedge. So it will be a limited loss strategy. And if it breaks out well on the retest, we can just do the same with puts. We can sell a 2000 put and buy it out of the money put. So it's a simple setup, a binary setup, because there is a clear zone that needs to be respected either on the upside or the downside. So
yeah, yeah.
that's that. Do I have? If India VIX keeps on rising through to the monthly expiry, we will have a very exciting monthly expiry, really. So it will be in the indices tab. Yeah, so if India VIX rises from here on out, we will have an increase in premium, and we will have some fun on the next week's expiry.
Yeah.
We will see how that goes. Okay. In the interest of Zoom and in the interest of our viewers, I think we should
Yeah.
call it a day.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Please do follow us on our YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe. Also follow us on Telegram, Instagram, and our website, Bereez.in. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great one.